52 minutes past 8 a.m. East African Time, ndani ya Chuka University Radio. Tuko ndani na Madam Joyce Mghoi, Director of Career Service hapa Chuka University, na tunaendeleza mjadala wetu wa leo tukiongea healthy relationship, father and child. Madam Joyce Mghoi, welcome again.
Asante.
Tulikuwa tunaongea kuhusu mambo kwa ground, jinsi ambavyo iko tofauti. We have drunkard fathers outside, irresponsible, abusive fathers.
We have also a deadbeat dad, you know, people that are fathered and disappeared. You know, they just fathered and disappeared. So even those children don't know who their dad is. They don't even want anything to do with this particular dad or this particular child, and therefore they give these children identity crisis, that the children don't know who actually fathered them, and so on. So we have all those kind of scenarios on the ground. We have all those kinds of scenarios on the ground, and that's why probably sometimes you are seeing there are very many people that are posting their mothers and saying that their mothers are the ones that have become their dads. Actually, there are people who have also been raised by their grandparents. If you have been raised by your grandparent, that is your father. You know, that you should consider that person as your father. So really, generally, that is what is there on the ground. As much as we have these kind of scenarios on the ground, we also have responsible parents.
Now this unhealthy relationship where you find your father is abusive, arrogant, a drunkard father, does it have effect to the child?
It has a lot of effect to the child, and if the child does not realize themselves and wake up in the middle and say, okay, this is the scenario and this is the situation, but this is me. You know, there is that it reaches a time when you separate yourself. You say, this is my family situation, but this is me as a person, and therefore there is a way I want my life to go. There is a way I want my life to move. So unless the child does that, there is a lot of psychological distress that a child gets when they have an absentee father, when they have an irresponsible father, when they have a drunkard father, when they have a violent father. There is a lot of psychological distress. There is low self-esteem. Hata akiwa kwa wengine, you know, for them, there is fear. There is a lot of fear, especially if the parent is a violent parent. You know, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of rejection, the feeling of rejection. If your father gave birth to you and disappeared, if your father does not take care of you, and yet you see probably he has money and is not taking care of you, he's taking care of other people outside there, but not you. There is the feeling of rejection. There is the feeling of low self-esteem. There is a feeling of loss of trust. Loss of trust. You remember the other time when we were talking about homosexuality, there was that thought that children that have been raised by a violent father, they may turn out to be homosexuals because they are rejecting this bad father and moving towards the mother. Or children who have a bad mother, they reject the mother and then they move towards the father and they become homosexuals. So there is the loss of trust of the whole community or the whole family or the whole nation or even life itself. Loss of trust. You know, nimezaliwa, nimesafa, I've really suffered, kwa nini nilifanya, you know, hii dunia si nzuri, watu si wazuri, nini, you know, you develop negative attitude towards people and towards the whole community and towards the whole humanity because of what you have gone through. So there is the loss of trust. There is also the loss of self-confidence. Are you confident? You find that children that have been raised in abusive families, abusive homes, they don't have confidence. They have low self-confidence. They have a feeling of shame. They have a feeling of embarrassment. They have a lot of fear. So yes, an unhealthy relationship will always affect your children, will always affect the people that are around you. It will affect.
Wow, thank you, Madam Joyce Mghoi. But now as we are going to head into conclusion of our discussion, let's check out the importance of having a good or else an healthy relationship between a father and a child.
When you have now a healthy relationship, it is the opposite of what we have said, the effects of an unhealthy relationship. A person that has grown in a healthy relationship between mother and father, and generally their father is stable stable, then they will grow into a stable adulthood. They will also have physical and emotional stability. They will have stability. They will feel secure. They will be secure. They will feel trust. They will trust the community. They will trust people. They also have high self-esteem. They also have they have an identity. They are proud of themselves. You know, they are proud of themselves. They are proud of where they come from. They are proud of their community. They actually have a sense of identity. They have a sense of well-being. They have a sense of confidence, and they are generally balanced in their life. They are balanced in their life. And for them to be able to achieve and to be able to become successful is very, very easy. Is very, very easy. And I want to say this, even as we are concluding this, that children that are also become violent in their homes, some of them have learned it from their parents, or some of them have picked it from their parents. Now, if you are if it's a drunkard father, he will raise two sets of children. One child may hate drinking totally, and they may never touch because of that, because of seeing their father being drunkard. Another child may become that. If it's a violent home, one child may hate violence totally, and therefore they will enter into marriage, they will take care of their families without being violent. Another child may now say, the way my father was treating my mother is the way I will treat you. So it may go either way, that so a child will become very responsible if they grew up in a home where the father was not responsible, or a child may become irresponsible. So it's very, very important for us to know that, and to know that we need to build a healthy relationship with our children.
Madam Joyce, we have only 1 minute.
1 minute.
Maybe your last word, madam.
My last word is that fathers should spend time with their children. They should communicate with them. They should be listening parents. And my last word to everybody is that sometimes it is easier to overlook the role of a father because we see the nurturing role of a mother. But we should know that fathers are also very, very important in a family, and they should be celebrated, they should be encouraged, they should be motivated, and we appreciate our fathers.
Asante sana, Madam Joyce Mghoi, Career Director, Chuka University. Have a nice day, madam.
Thank you.
We are very grateful.
Thank you, thank you.
Kubariki. Naitwa James Oshira, James Kihingo mwenyewe.
Ukiniita Kigogo Anton nitaitika bila shaka msikilizaji.
Tunamkaribisha Dennis Angata tupashe habari kwa kina zaidi.